Welcome to my channel Living Linux. Today I will show you how to rip a CD with Asunder. There are a lot of programs to rip CDs, but the reason why I like Asunder is that it's possible to create music files in two formats at the same time. And I prefer lossless FLAC, but I also have a music system in my car, and unfortunately that system is not able to read the FLAC files. So for I call it my legacy system, I still need MP3, and with Asunder you can get both files in one go. And this is a CD from a Korean band, and when you wonder how do you get those characters, those Korean characters, I also installed Notofonts CJK, which stands for Chinese, Japanese, Korean, and that way you can have the Chinese and Japanese and Korean characters. As I said, I'm using the program Asunder. I already installed it, nothing really special there. And yes, you can choose a destination folder. So what better folder than music? And you can play around with the formatting of the files and the album directories, those kind of things. This one I already showed with the possible options for different formats. And unfortunately this no longer works, and I looked up the information on Discogs and I just copied it by hand. If anyone has an alternative to the old 3DB, I'd love to hear it. But for now, I already prepared everything by hand. I'm gonna start the rip process. Perhaps you can hear the CD already spinning up. And I'll pause the recording here and I'll come back when it's done. So it has created 12 files, because it's 6 songs, 6 files for MP3 and 6 files for FLAC. So here are the files, and there is actually one thing that, well, I think is missing in Asunder, and that option is available in a lot of other rippers, and that is the replacement of spaces into, for instance, like underscores. So what I did was I also installed a utility, gp rename, so in this case there's a space in the album name, so that means that we can type a space and replace it with a underscore, and then we do a preview, we do rename, well, not really sure why it's Perhaps it doesn't like Korean characters, who knows? And then perhaps I have to do it by hand. I have to look for another program to do replacement. Well, anyway, it's not a big deal, but I have to look for another program or look for a script to replace spaces with underscores. And perhaps you know a CD ripper similar to Asunder that can rip the files into multiple different formats, then I would love to hear it. I think for now, oh, there's one thing I can do. And for instance, we can just test one of the files. Well, before any copyright mechanisms kick in, I'm going to stop the music. It's all working. That's all for now, and I hope to see you again in my next video.